Hello and welcome to The Big Challenge, the programme where we surprise teams from schools across the country and put them to the ultimate test. In today's Big Challenge, our team of teachers have to be prepared to get their hands dirty, their feet muddy,
Now this is when I tell you I've got a phobia of birds.
and their cooking aprons on. We're in Herefordshire, close to the Welsh border, a rural haven of organic farms. In just 24 hours, the team will have to fill a stall at the local market with homemade produce and sell the lot for comic relief. It's the Big Challenge, Big Cook. Helping them to cook up a frenzy is award-winning chef and their ex-pupil, James Arborn. He's waited 17 years to get his revenge.
I only showed you a minute ago.
And I'll be drumming up support for them at the local radio station.
Later on, about the Great Big Cook. That's a challenge that's taking place today at Ross-on-Wye in Hereford. And we've got the, well, I call him the Chicky Man.
Here at John Curl School in Ross-on-Wye, the sixth form are arriving for the morning assembly. The staff and pupils think that the teachers' TV crew are filming a documentary about comic relief.
So what I need from you is to start thinking about ideas.
What the teachers don't know is that we're about to spring a bit of a surprise.
Okay?
You don't mind if I just take over for a second, do you?
No. Be my guest.
Hello everyone, my name is Amani, I'm from Teachers TV, and I have a little bit of a surprise for three of your staff. I need PE teacher, Mr. Elias, if you can come up and do a round of applause everyone please. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Good to meet you, sir. Come over here. I need head of PSHE, Mrs. Vinyl. Is that you? A lady in black. And we have one more person that needs to join the team, Team John Curl. Head of Maths, Mr. Morris. Where's Mr. Morris? Over there. Okay. Nice to meet you, sir. Excited? Right.
Terrified.
Okay, well,
I have no idea.
we need to show you something. So if you could roll the VT, please.
Hello to all of you at the John Curl High School. I'm Kate Thornton and I'm here today to tell you about how you guys can get involved in raising some serious cash for comic relief by agreeing to take part in a rather crazy 24-hour challenge. So here's what we're challenging them to do. Can they find and cook a range of delicious dishes and then sell all of them at the local market by lunchtime tomorrow? We truly hope so. Comic Relief is counting on you guys. Good luck.
Good challenge. Come on up. Come on up and stand over here, sir, please. Turn around for me. So, just to recap. Just to recap, the three of you are going to have to get enough goods in order to set up a stall. You're going to have to source all the goods and produce it and make everything. So each a hideout Gordon Ramsay, basically, because, you know, you three are going into the kitchen. And just to help you, we're not that mean at the Big Challenge. We have some help for you. We have a guy who's the head chef of Herefordshire's Restaurant of the Year and ex-pupil of John Curl. So come on in, Mr. James A. Arborn. Mr. James Arborn, come on in.
Good morning. You'll be needing this. Can you put it on, please?
So these are your aprons. Come on in.
Thanks, James. Morning.
Thank you, James.
So James.
Is this payback time?
This is payback time.
Right.
It's 17 years since I was a pupil at John Curl. 1989. I've waited a long time for today.
Let's go, guys. We need to start cooking. See you everyone later. All right. Chris and Sue had an inkling that they were taking part in something. But for Tony, it's a complete shock. You don't have any idea about this?
Not a clue.
Really? Okay.
Not a clue. If they knew about this, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to start with you. I'm
Are
going
you
to warm up. I'm going to go
excited
with
about
you.
the challenge? You think you can do it? Are you a bit of a cook, a bit of a whiz in the kitchen?
I do like cooking.
Okay, well that's a good start.
Maths teacher and a history teacher, I doubt that's going to work.
I'm not a cook.
Right, okay.
They're doing the cooking.
I will see about that. I don't know about the shorts, we'll have to change that. That's a definite health hazard.
You see Miss Vinyl's face?
You think they're nervous? Just a little bit by the looks on their faces. Mr. Elias doesn't look too happy, the PE teacher.
I think Miss Vinyl's really annoyed. She doesn't like cooking anyway, so.
Excited about what you're going to do? This is the Bridge House Hotel in Wilton, just outside Ross-on-Wye. Ex-pupil and award-winning head chef James has brought the team here to discuss what to cook and what he thinks will sell in the local market. What would you say are the main tips, James, for helping the team?
I think the best thing that you can be cooking today are sweet things, brownies, cakes, some breads, etc.
How do you feel about that?
That sounds like a good idea, I think. Sweets, they're going to sell on the market still, aren't they?
Never baked, never had to bake, never felt the need to bake. No, never. I love eating cakes. I have a real good sweet tooth. I think a lot of people who know me will comment on that.
And Sue, how about you? How do you feel about cakes and pastries?
I tend to be Morrison's sauces are, and they go very well with the chicken breasts. Put them together and that's 10 minutes of preparation time.
I actually love cooking. I think it's one of the things that if I hadn't have been a teacher, I would have liked to have done one of two things, and that is either worked with woodwork, produced nice furniture, or I think I would have loved to have been a chef.
So once the team have got all the produce, you're going to come back, I believe.
They're going to go off, when they've got their ingredients, off to see an old friend of mine, Penny Johnston, at her cookery school, who's going to give you a hand, point in the right direction.
And just to clarify, guys, if James doesn't think that your cooking is up to scratch, you're not going to be able to sell it on your stall. James has briefed them to bake foods such as brownies, soda bread and carrot cake. He's also emphasised the importance of sourcing quality local produce. So before the team head for the hills, I've got something to get them going. Here's £100, so you need to go and get the ingredients. Who shall I give it to? Chris?
I'm not going to take it, because I don't think I can be trusted with having
take it.
Not a chance. I'll look after it, head of maths.
Okay.
I'm the only one who can count.
This is not a good sign, guys. You've got to work together, right? Just to let you know, though, if you don't spend the money, then it goes back into your fundraising efforts for Comic Relief. So it basically means...
If we can get the stuff for free,
Yeah.
we get to give all that back to Comic Relief.
Absolutely. So you've got to get blagging.
No problem.
We can blag. We're teachers,
Fantastic.
we can blag.
No time to lose. Let's go.
That's great.
Good morning. Hi. It's Tony Morrison from Junker High.
The pressure's on for Tony and Sue. They've got to get lots of butter and cream from Merivale Organic Dairy Farm. But will the harsh economics of farming test their powers of persuasion? Meanwhile, Chris has drawn the short straw. He's on his own visiting Upper Combe Organic Egg Farm. To make those brownies, he needs to get a lot of eggs.
Hello. Dennis?
Hello, Chris.
Hi there. Good to meet you. How are you?
Hello, thank you. Come and see what we're up to.
I've got a problem.
Right.
And I've heard you might be the man to help me out.
Maybe, yes.
We've got a market stall that we're running tomorrow.
Right.
And we've got to make as much money as we can in one day.
You need supply. You need eggs, eh?
We need eggs. Oh, brilliant. And this is when I tell you I've got a phobia of birds.
You see, there's some out on the grass now.
Yeah.
They do come and go.
And are they always just noisy, or do they just chirp up when intruders come in?
When they're noisy, they're happy. They're all right.
Isn't it? That is absolutely brilliant.
Back at the dairy farm, before testing their powers of persuasion, Tony and Sue check out the quality of the local produce. Chef James thinks it's the key to sales success.
We joined an organic farmers group and dairy farmers group to learn how to do it, really. And I met up with 3 other like-minded farmers and we bought a small dairy. So now we do have produce. We have cream, butter, cheese. Would you like to try some?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Well, we'll go inside and see what we've got, shall we?
Great.
Let's see what deal they can get on the produce they need.
That's really good.
We need 32 pats of butter, or bits of butter. We need
6.
6 litres of double cream, and it's all for charity.
Of course, it will be at the wholesale price. You won't be paying retail for it.
Would you consider letting us let the cream for a little bit less?
Well, you want 2 for 1, do you?
This is tough, and they're running out of time. But they're not giving up yet.
Well, tomorrow we can make sure that your dairy is publicised to everybody who's in Ross.
So we've got to make sure that you've got the publicity you need.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Fine, no problem.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
A deal is struck. They get the produce for free in exchange for publicity on the stall. Let's see if Chris is doing as well back at the egg farm.
Fantastic. It's actually not, I might keep these to the side because I know I've collected these ones myself, so I'm going to make a big thing of that. Right.
Collecting eggs is easy enough, but what about those negotiating skills Chris was boasting about?
Appeal to your nice nature, and I'm going to ask you, what's the best deal you can do us on these? Now, I've got a figure in my head, and it's a nice figure, but it's a nice figure for me, so what's the best you can do us for? What? You are the man I like to see. Fantastic.
Chris has got exactly what he wanted. All those eggs for free.
All we're going to do now is to cook something, I think.
No problem.
Next up for the team is Penny Johnson's Cookery School, deep in the Welsh countryside. Chef James has arranged for Penny and her helpers to take the teachers back to the classroom to learn cooking basics. First, though, I want to find out what they've got to cook with. What did you get, Tony?
We got butter and
double cream.
And some milk.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And Chris?
A load of eggs.
Should we go inside?
Fantastic.
It's foul.
Yes,
let's go inside and
Excellent.
I'll tell you more inside. Come on in.
It's early afternoon, and as the cooking gets going, things seem to be running smoothly. Chris has become the brownie baking boss.
That has to go in the microwave to melt.
I'm just going to go and pop this in the microwave.
All right.
3.5 minutes.
My mum's was an ex-food science teacher, and from an early age, sort of late teens, it was drummed into me what to do in a kitchen and how to do your basics, cook pasta and boil potatoes. So I could always do all that, but I've never been a baker.
You're very tidy, aren't you?
It's one way of putting it. The people I work with use another word.
And then just put it onto there.
How are you getting on with...
We're doing really well.
Good.
Yes, I think...
It's messy.
You look pretty comfortable, though, with it, Tony.
Yeah, two halves, and then
Does it need to be that sticky, Penny? Is that how it's supposed to be?
By the time he's mixed it up, it won't be.
OK. There seems to be some confusion over what Tony is actually making.
What is it you're making, Mr. Morris?
Lava bread with...
No, soda bread.
Soda bread with, not Parmesan.
Pancetta this time.
Pancetta.
And what's this one?
Some dried tomatoes. The Chris is a control freak. Totally and utterly a control freak. And he doesn't mean anything by it, but, and I hope you're going to cut this out altogether so he never sees this, but he finds it very, he gets tunneled into, you know, do this.
Well, I'd love to chat, but I've got a microwave to get back to.
See, you're slaving over a hot stove.
I know.
How's it going?
Fine.
Yeah.
I have never been taught how to make apple crumble before.
Oh, really?
And I make it quite often. Very differently to how I've made it today.
Yeah, so this is...
I'm very glad we didn't just go to any of the supermarkets to buy the goods, because the preparation was, or the experience of the preparation was phenomenal. And one of the nice things as well was, I can't remember the last time I actually sat down and spoke to Tony and Chris, because in school you're running around doing everything and you don't have time to sit down and have a laugh.
It's looking good.
Well, there you go, that's yours.
Right, put that in.
Okay. I've got the best job. It looks like the team are getting to grips with the cooking, but the big test will be selling it all in the market tomorrow morning. To help them out, they've enlisted the sixth form to make some banners for the market stall.
I think it's a really interesting and exciting thing to do, an original way to raise money, and things like that don't generally happen to our school. So, yeah, it's nice. It's good to get the teachers kind of out of the classroom and doing something as well.
I love them. They are so hardworking, and they're also a group of people that if you say to them, I think that we need to do some fundraising and whatever, and they're all there. They really throw themselves into it.
It's hilarious.
Honestly, you give our kids, give our sixth form something to do. Wow, they're off. That's it. And you can leave it with them.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And you wait till tomorrow. Wait until tomorrow and see what it's going to be like.
It's coming to the end of the day. Head chef and ex-pupil, James, arrives to judge whether Penny has managed to whip the wannabe chefs into shape. It might just be the start of their very own kitchen nightmare.
Have we got enough stuff? I don't know. We've got still
Right,
stuff in the
everyone,
oven.
I'm going to need you to stop what you're doing. We've got James back, who's going to be judging you on this stage of the big challenge. So he's going to be tasting the food, and he's going to see if we have enough for the store tomorrow. So, James, over to you.
Let's try these. Very nice. I think we can sell that.
Though James likes their cakes, he's very concerned that they simply haven't cooked enough food.
I know it's late, but it's not enough stuff to sell tomorrow. We're going to do a dish that we do at the bridge. We simplified it, and it's poached pears with Herefordshire perry. So we're going to need to knuckle down, crack on, busy boys and girls, and get it sorted. What's that? I know it's for comic relief, but that's laughable. Come on, guys.
James is piling on the pressure, and they're just 12 hours away from opening the market stall. So the team have called in the sixth form cavalry for the final push.
Any time this year will do. I don't mind if you're still cooking at 5 to 7, as long as it's on the market stall by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Do you want to come on to here, Mrs. Vinal?
Very interesting to be taught by an old pupil, because an old pupil who is 17 years older than the last time we saw him, and I think he enjoyed sort of taking the mickey a bit.
Mrs. Vinal, please, a fluid motion, a fluid motion.
But it's also difficult for a teacher to be taught, because you tend to want to take over and, oh, well, I will do it this way. And so that's a difficult situation. But yes, it was nice to see James. And nice to work with him.
Can you hold it up like upright? What's all that around the top?
I didn't do that.
Mr. Elias?
I think that one of the great strengths of this school is the relationship between staff and students. Because we live in the area, we're known in the area, it's not unusual for students to come back to John Curl. And obviously he's got such a wealth of experience in terms of his own skill that I could listen to him all day. No, it's great.
James, I know that you gave them a hard time, but how did they do, really?
Not too bad. Very good, very good.
Tough man to please. It's just coming up to 10 o'clock now, but as you know, we've got to be up at 7 a.m. tomorrow to set up your stall and sell everything by 1 p.m. to pass the big challenge. So you all need to go home and get some rest, but well done, today was great. Well done.
Well done.
It's market day in Ross-on-Wye. The tired team have arrived to set up their stall after only a few hours sleep. They've set themselves a personal challenge of raising over £300, but the weather's not on their side.
Absolutely shattered, just switched off once we were at home, just out like a light. And then this morning, no idea how the market stall was going to go, and you know, Sue Vinal turned up to say that her husband had heard that police were issuing warnings, don't leave, don't travel unless you have to because of the weather, and it was like, oh, is there going to be anybody in Ross?
And of course, if people were going to take a great deal of notice of that, we could end up with nobody there to buy our produce.
The team are really worried that the weather conditions will put off the punters, so they've sent me to BBC Radio Hereford and Worcester. I'm live on the morning show with celebrity chef Alan Coxon, Hopefully we'll capture the attention of the show's 3 million listeners.
We want everyone to come down and support the teachers because they've got to sell all their produce by 1 p.m. today to win the big challenge.
So basically, these guys have cooked, they're selling their wares at Ross-on-Wye Market in Herefordshire, and it goes up to 1 o'clock.
That's it.
So please, if you're listening, if you're in Worcestershire or Hereford at this moment in time, make your way to Ross-on-Wye and buy some produce.
Yes.
Now, let's find out. I think we've got Tony on the line.
We have indeed, yeah. Hello, Tony.
Morning, Tony.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
So tell us more then. Are you excited about your day today, or are you worried?
Well, I'm excited and worried. If we sell anything, if we sell everything by 1 o'clock and we do the challenge, then that's going to be absolutely fantastic. But we need everybody to come down and buy something. It doesn't matter what it is, a 50p chocolate brownie or have a go at guessing the weight of the cake or something. We've got to sell everything by 1 o'clock, and that's been our challenge.
Well, hopefully we're going to have enough people in Ross listening in now to get people down here. Obviously, wet day, miserable day.
After their radio appearance, the team have renewed energy and are hoping for good crowds. Sue is off to drum up support from the sixth form pupils who have Saturday jobs in the local shops.
Well, basically all it is just to advertise that we're up at the market house.
So any customer comes through, just say that we're at the top. And
I think I'll take away an even bigger feeling of how dependable our sixth formers are.
It's 9 a.m. and the market's still pretty empty, but they've got their first customer of the day.
First customer.
That's lovely.
Excellent.
£2 for the course as well.
Brilliant.
Thank you very
Look
much.
at that.
Thank you.
We will make our 300.
You will.
We will make our 300. See that? Did you see that? £2 and then £2 donation.
Tony's looking very pleased with himself, but something's gone wrong with his sums for the Guess the Weight of the Cake competition.
15.5 and 16.
16 and 0.
Tony Morris, teacher of maths. Last night we obviously had a guess the weight of the cake. So we gave that job to Tony. Tony, could you go home and do us a nice little checklist of all the possible weights people could select, going up in half-ounce increments.
And I thought, yeah, 16 ounces a pound, 16. So I went right the way down to 16. So the first one was £2, 16 ounces. Well, of course, which is £3, isn't it? It was late last night. I didn't notice it, but who should notice it as soon as we started to do it? Chris Elias.
We read it a couple of times before it sunk in, at which point he demanded the piece of paper back to destroy all evidence. But I have it securely kept and it will be produced on Monday morning.
Well, we're doing very well on guessing the weight of the cake, apart from the first person to actually put a guess in guessed exactly right. Now, do I tell anybody else? No.
Yeah, I bet that one there.
I heard all about you on the radio.
Yeah, the radio. That was me on the radio this morning. Yeah. So what would you like?
It seems to be going really, really well. It's still early. It's only 9:30 at the moment, and it's still very, very quiet, as you'd expect on a wet day. But the good thing is we've had a steady trickle of customers.
Yeah, we'll have that one.
We'll have that one as well, would you, love? Okay. That's £1.
It's all got to be sold by
1 o'clock. Right. We've got some work to do.
Would you like to come and support us later on? We'll let you off on that one.
Carrot cake isn't going. Who made the carrot cake?
Not me.
It's 11 o'clock and the goods are going fast. They've nearly done it.
Hello. Are you the ones I've just been hearing a bit on the radio?
We had to.
Can you believe?
Listen, I missed it.
2 hours ago, these two tables were full of our home baking. We've got everything bar the pears. We've got 2 jars of pears left.
A couple of pensioners that I served who came up, and what's this for then? You serve them and you ask them to spare £1 and then they're handing over a £5 and you think, actually, that's a lot of money to some of these people, but they see the charity and it kind of reaffirms your belief in what people will do if you ask them for a bit of help. And I think that's a really nice thing. Yeah, we are a good bunch of people, especially around here. No, it's good.
Sold out, all gone.
So despite the weather, the team have managed to sell all the cakes in record time, well before the 1 p.m. deadline.
That's super.
That's great.
Chef James has arrived to see how his students got on. And I've got Alan Coxon, fresh from his morning show, to deliver his verdict on whether the team achieved the big challenge.
Chef, you all right?
Very well.
Nice to meet you.
Well, Alan, good to
Morning.
meet you.
Well, I've come up here from the radio station expecting to see a table full. Where is everything, for heaven's sake?
It's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
I think you're about 4 hours too late. This morning we had 2, 3 full tables of baking.
Well, I've got to take your word for that.
It's all gone.
We have the photographic evidence.
Yeah?
And the last jar.
Okay, so who's the maths teacher amongst you? Who I was talking to?
Mr.
There you go.
Morris.
Right then, maths teacher. How have we made the money?
We've made the money. About
What have we got?
well in excess of £380.
Wow.
380?
380.
Fantastic.
I'm going to see as well whether our head teacher is going to make it up to £400. I couldn't get him on the phone. Am I going to do? Yes.
You all look bright and breezy, and you faced this challenge and with gusto by the looks of it. Did they do well in the kitchen, chef?
They did brilliantly. Well, they've got nothing left. They must have done all right, mustn't they?
So they
kept
made a good
going.
team, you think, then,
Fantastic
James?
team. I'd take them on. I'd
You
lick
would.
them into shape.
You'd have them in your kitchen,
No
would you?
problem at all.
I think Alan's got something
Well
to
done,
give you.
yes, you took the challenge on, and I'm very pleased to be here to say that you took it on and you beat the big challenge.
Yay.
So well done, congratulations to all of you. Well done. And on top of that, you know, we've actually got something for you. I'm here to actually give you a prize. And if I turn around, I would like to present you, look at this, with the big challenge cup, the trophy. Guys, come on.
leader.
Sir, congratulations.
Thank you
well
very
done.
much
Well
indeed.
done. You can do that for a great cause. Fantastic.
Ross is a smaller town. To have the amount of support we've got from this town and to have the sixth form out doing good, it's a lovely bonus. And it's a good adventure as well. It's good fun.
I think I've learnt a lot, and it's been a very nice experience.
It's just been a great experience, just brilliant experience. And you did okay. Well, surfers have got a great term for it. They say, you know, I'm stoked. And I just felt the feeling that, yeah, I'm stoked. And that's as good as it gets.